Bruv, banana bread, it's one of the best things. This is just a package, I've already fucking scranned it. It's one of the best things I've ever tried in my entire life. I used to be one of these guys who were like, nah, banana and bread at the same time. I'm not trying that shit. Weird combos. I wasn't a weird combo kind of guy. As soon as I tried it, delicious. Delicious. It's put me on for life, and it's good for your gains as well. Potassium, all that good stuff. So I have a lot of questions. Well, they're kind of the same question, just worded in a different way. And that question is masturbation really that bad? As a young man, I'm growing up, I'm ambitious, I've got drive, I want to achieve things, I want to do something with my life, I want to get real girls, etc. I want to be attractive and confident. Is me masturbating really that bad? Is me watching porn really that bad? If I masturbate without porn, is it really that bad? The same shit, just a different variation of it, or this guy's just overthinking the same question. Let me answer this to you in a realistic, simplistic, and just a real life way, because I know when you come on the internet, you see a lot of this nerdy shit like nofap and semen retention and all this kind of stuff. I understand semen retention is a very spiritual practice, but on the internet, a lot of these nerds just take it out of proportion, and they make you feel like if you do this, that's it, you're a failure, you're a complete loser forever. Myself included, it's a great marketing tactic, right? However, I want to be completely real and authentic with you. From real life experience, forget all the internet. If you were to masturbate right now, hopefully not to me, you fucking freak. Let's say you went away and you went to masturbate, you went and did your thing. Is it really going to have that much of a negative impact on you as a man and on your life? No, barely at all. You probably won't even feel it. Like, no difference. The only real thing I can think of is if you were to do it right now is you might feel like a bit of a loser. You might, the post-nut clarity kicks in. You might feel like, I don't really feel like doing anything. You'll lose motivation. You'll sap your sexual energy. Other than that, in the grand scheme of life, it's not going to make much of a difference. You probably won't even remember that day, a couple of years' time, right? So if it's so insignificant, why does everyone tell me to stop masturbating? Why does all the guys in the men's self-help space say, masturbation's bad, stop doing it? There's plenty of reasons for this. There are actually some good advantages to you masturbating and playing with yourself. Now, don't get excited. Oh, yay, finally, Luke's going to tell me that I can wank and I'm okay. Don't get too excited. Calm down. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. The negative side to it, yes, it makes you feel like a bit of a loser, because the smart part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, the brain that understands what's going on in the world, not the caveman brain, the smart part understands that you are sat here by yourself, either watching other people have sex, or you're just simply just by yourself, whether you're using your imagination, however you do it, right? You're still by yourself. It's self-sex. Your brain understands that. And as a man, especially with a man of pride and ego, maybe, to some extent, this can make you feel like a bit of a loser. You're like, well, why am I doing this? Do I not have a girl to do it for me? Like, what's going on? Like, your brain's going to start asking these questions, and it's going to naturally start making you feel like a loser. And that feeling is there. It's supposed to motivate you to go out and get what it is that you truly want, rather than living in fantasy world. It's like playing a sports video game and wishing you were the guy that was actually playing the real life playing the real life sport, but instead you just play through video games. It's the same kind of concept. Your brain knows what you're doing, hence why you feel like a loser. So this aspect is obviously quite bad. You don't really want to walk around feeling like a loser. It will strip you of confidence. I see guys all the time, shitty posture, limp dick handshake. I feel like I'm going to crush them when I shake the hands. Spotty because they're doing wanking in the bedroom all day and they never get any sunlight. Like, I can see it. I can tell who's a wanker and who's not just by looking at them. I can say, yeah, this guy watches porn all day. You can just tell. And you don't want that, because if other people can tell you're a wanker, it's not good, is it? So that part is obviously quite negative. The sexual energy part as well is a very real thing. Every single time you release your seed, let's say, you are depleting yourself of energy. Hence why you feel tired. Hence when after you've had sex, you just want to go to sleep. It's the same thing. Every time you release your life force, your fucking energy that flows through you, you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel drained. You're not going to feel motivated. So in terms of getting work done, in terms of getting shit done, in terms of building a body that you're proud of and stuff, you've got to get that energy and transmute it through your whole body. Move that energy. Don't just let it store up down there. Move it. And I teach you how to do this in my coaching down below in the description if you're interested in learning how to transmute that energy so you can then go and put it into the gym. You can go and put it into your business and your work and use it as creative flow. So this is also a good side to holding in your seed and not masturbating is, you get more energy. You're more motivated. You're more driven. You've got ambition. You've got creative ideas just coming to you. You don't feel drained and just done with life. You feel like you're ready, you're alive. You feel like you're ready to go and conquer the fucking world. That is a great part of not releasing your seed. Brilliant. obviously, another side of it as well is if you get into the habit of masturbating, especially with porn. Porn is the worst bit. Get rid of porn 100%. There's no doubt about that. There is no excuse for why you should watch other people having sex on the internet. Absolutely no excuse. There is no exception for it. There is no, okay, maybe every now and then it's fine. No, completely get that out of your life, especially as a young man. You must understand your brain is still moldable. It's still plastic in a sense. You can still mold your brain when you're young. So if you're molding it to only be able to get aroused through watching other people have sex, you can understand how that's quite negative when it comes to real life sexual encounters. So many times, either by me speaking to a girl and she's told me about past experiences, or by me speaking to guys and coaching, the main thing a lot of guys struggle with when they're watching porn and they're masturbating regularly is erectile dysfunction. The dick just doesn't work, bro. It doesn't get hard anymore because all they're doing all day is wanking themselves off to other people having sex. Not only is it bad for you physically to do that all day, but mentally, that will absolutely destroy your neuroplasticity in your brain. It will fuck that up. It takes a while to then desensitize yourself from pornography. So pornography is a complete no-go. Masturbation in itself, I mean, yeah, if you're doing it all the time, probably not the best for you. There are some exceptions for when you can just masturbate. I'm not talking about porn. When I say this in a minute, don't get excited and think, oh, I can finally go and watch porn again. No, stay away from that shit forever. You should never ever need porn ever again. It's too overstimulating. It's too much going on in your brain. It's too unrealistic. You're seeing literally hundreds of just naked women instantly for free. Your brain should not have that amount of stimulus at once. That's more than a fucking emperor back in the day, right? It's not good. So, okay, let's talk about the positives. We understand the negatives. Yeah, it's bad for your confidence, makes you feel like a loser, it drains you of sexual energy, you know, no motivation. You can't even look girls in the eyes because all you're thinking about is sex all the time. Like, it just makes you a weirdo. I can tell guys that wank, right? I can tell guys that sit at home masturbating because they're just weird, like socially weird. If you want to improve your social skills and your confidence and you want to be good with girls and you want to learn game and riz and all this kind of stuff, the best thing you can do is just stop playing with yourself. Go out into the real world and just go and talk to some girls, because when you start to feel horny, when you start to feel that energy build up, okay, and yeah, you've transmuted it, you've moved it through your body and now you're feeling fucking alive, you're still going to feel horny. You're like a lion that's on the hunt for his mate. Now, because you say to yourself, I don't masturbate, I'm not releasing like that, because you've cut that element out of your life, the only other option is a real life woman, which is, I'm assuming, what you want, yeah? You probably don't want to be alone forever, so use that same sexual energy to go out there and go and dress up nice, smell nice, you know, have a fucking shower for once, cut your dusty fingernails, sort yourself out, make sure you're looking presentable for the world, build a nice body that you're proud of, go and get the chest gains, bruv. Go and learn how to speak and be socially acceptable and be funny and witty and smooth and have good eye contact and flirt. Go and learn all of this stuff. I can teach you, sure, I can teach you in my coaching, but the best experience you can get is real life. I can give you tips and tricks and all this good stuff, but going outside in the real world will teach you all that you need to know. Going to make real life experiences, that will teach you everything you need to know. Okay? So, with that being said, what are the actual advantages of masturbation? Because we understand in the grand scheme of things, yes, porn is very, very bad and porn will fuck you up. But every now and then, if you masturbate, if you release your seed by yourself, it's not going to have a big, like, it just isn't. It's not going to do anything to you. So don't trip over it. Don't get, like, over extreme with it. The only times I would ever say it's okay for you to self-pleasure and masturbate and sit by yourself and do this action is, A, if you're having some sort of phone sex, right? If you're with your girl and, I don't know, she's on the other side of the world or something and you're talking over the phone, yeah, cool. Bro, that's part of the fun, right? Go and do what you need to do. It's part of the fun. Don't be one of these guys, oh, I'm not touching myself. I'm a nofap. Day 90 of nofap. I can't touch myself. Like, bro, have a bit of fun. It's phone sex, yeah, I'd say that's okay to masturbate. Like, if you don't want to, obviously you're not going to go out there and cheat on your girl. You don't want to go and watch porn because that's basically cheating. Yeah, cool. Have some phone sex. Whatever, man. The only other option that I would say it's okay to touch yourself, and this isn't even releasing your seed, just to, you know, touch yourself, is if you are practicing the concept of edging. Now, you might have heard of this before. This is this is a vulgar as fuck video, but just, this is for the boys, right? Edging is basically the practice of you are bringing yourself close to orgasm, whether that's through self-pleasure or not, it doesn't matter. Obviously, it's easier to do it in self-pleasure. You're bringing yourself close to orgasm, and then you're stopping all stimulation. That's what edging is. Now, the benefits of this are countless. There's so many benefits to edging. One of them is obviously practicing lasting longer, so it cures premature ejaculation. because you are training your body and mind to just be stimulated for longer. So that's a great way of using masturbation, which you don't release your seed, because that's a waste of energy. So don't do that. But just training yourself to be aroused and sexually stimulated for longer without releasing your seed is great for the bedroom. It's like sparring before the big championship boxing match. That's basically what edging is, right? So that's good. You can use that, but just don't release. Obviously, don't do it to porn. Use your imagination or some shit, bro. Or just sexually stimulate yourself without any imagination or nothing. Just play with your dick, basically. I know this is weird to talk about, but a lot of young boys are very confused about these topics, and it has to be spoken about, because who else is going to tell you this shit? It's weird. It's just weird to talk about. So I want you to understand, to summarize, there is nothing necessarily negative about masturbation, as long as you are not doing it consistently, as long as you are not every single day. I'd limit it to once a week. If you really love masturbating so much by yourself and releasing your seed, once a week, all right? Once a week as a treat or some shit. But I don't do it myself personally. I never ever masturbate, other than if it is phone sex or some shit. Maybe, yeah, I'll touch myself and whatever. But other than that, I don't do none of that shit. Edging is great. You can practice edging. You can practice just, lasting longer and stimulating yourself to last longer. That's also great for the bedroom. But other than that, is there really a reason for you to touch yourself? No. It's just a waste of time more than anything. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of sexual energy. It's a waste of mental energy as well, that you're all just putting into this one act that isn't really giving you much back other than temporary pleasure. So it is a waste of time. You've got a lot of better shit you could be doing with your time. Go and do some push-ups or something. Get yourself out there. Go and make some money. Go and meet some girls. There's so many other things you could be doing with your time other than sat there by yourself with your acne and your fucking limp hand just wanking yourself off. It's not cool, is it? So I highly recommend you diverse against this act, self-pleasure, that kind of stuff, unless you're practicing, and again, don't release. But if you're practicing edging, if you're practicing lasting longer, that's cool, great, do that. Other than that, there's no real reason why you should do it, okay? In the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of life, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but you don't have to be one of these weird internet nerds that take it too seriously, like, I'm on day 300 and I've not touched myself. Like, well, no one cares. But just keep this in mind, okay? Yes, it's probably bad for you. Yes, it's probably a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. You're a fully grown man. Go and get some women. And honestly, I promise you guys, the guys that struggle with porn, the guys that struggle with masturbating and stuff like that, the guys that just keep relapsing and they say, it's been the only problem in my life is I just can't stop touching myself. That problem will not be there if you were the kind of man that had women in his life. So that should be your main focus. If you are struggling with masturbation and porn, that's not a good look, bro. And all this kind of shit, the best thing you can do is just simply go and get some real life girls. That's it. Fucking sweaty head. Go and get some real life girls. Go and speak to some girls. Knowing that you have girls in your life you just have no reason to watch porn. You'll have no reason to self-pleasure. You'll have no reason to relapse or whatever you want to call it and do these things, because you just go and call one of your girls. You're fine. I don't have a reason to. I don't have time, first and foremost. I'm way too busy to be sitting there fucking wanking myself off. Bro, if anyone sees me walking through this park with no top on, fucking speaking to my phone and talking about the things I talk about, one day I'm going to get cancelled, bro. I'm going to get cancelled from Earth. The things I do for you boys, I hope you appreciate it, man. Even the flies are invading me. But you got real life girls in your life, man. You won't worry about this shit. I promise you right now, it's the main cure for masturbation addiction or porn addiction, whatever it may be. Just have some girls in your life and you'll be fine. Now, if you want to learn how to sexually transmute your energy throughout your entire body to give you fucking infinite power and go and put it into something that is actually worthwhile, I would teach you how to do that in the coaching down below in the description. Other than that, my friend, look after yourself, stay safe, stop touching yourself, do some push-ups instead, and you'll be a very respectable and admirable young man. Okay? See you soon.